Welcome back to the Hawkeye Garage. I am Joe. We've got the 3rd gen 4Runner back in the garage for an update. A month or two ago, wow, probably a couple months ago now, time flies, you saw me install some DIY 3D printed roof rack mounts for my Rolla roof rack. Here they are. And they were pretty good. Had some wants, some needs, some concerns on how to make them better, and I left it out to you guys, and one of you all came through for me, so stay tuned. So before we get into this real in-depth, there is a link in the description down below for the old mounts and the new mounts. They are free to download over at Thingiverse. I'll link both sets if you want to do that. Shout out to Michael, who emailed me like it was only like a week or two after I did that video, and I've just been busy and I haven't been able to get around to it. So thank you, Michael. I really appreciate it. His Instagram is DIYMike92. I will link that down below as well. So these mounts did really good. Man, has it been more than a couple months? Did I have these on all summer? I don't even remember. They held up pretty good considering how ghetto I had them rigged up, if you remember. The PLA and the, I think it was like 20% infill, has not treated these things super well. They kind of collapsed a little bit, but they were still solid. So our good buddy Michael has made a new set for us. They are beefier, very nice design. Even they're very streamlined, even though they are beefier. The same kind of thing. They've got a foot with 2 bolt holes that will mount to your factory roof rack rails, the parts that are attached to your roof. 4 screws to clamp it all together, and he has made some awesome improvements from what I was talking about in the last video. I don't know if you can see on there, guys, some recessed holes on the bottom for 1/4-20 hardware. I've just got some standard, I went to the hardware store, picked up a package of 1/4-20 stainless nylock nuts, and they fit right in the bottom there. Of course, they're on both sides. And I've got some 2-inch 1/4-20 stainless steel screws. Now, I've already installed one set on the roof rack. I've got a couple tips on some install stuff and a couple things you're going to need to know. Let's go ahead and jump up there and take a look. Here they are installed. Very nice. I've just got the same stainless hardware that I had before with some washers. I did 30% infill on these. I think a little bit higher infill, and of course, like ABS would be best. We'll run these for a couple months. I've done 2 because I wanted to test fit them. I think I'll try 40% infill and do them on the other side and see how they go. So be sure to press in your nuts on the bottom before you get that set on there and screwed to the rack, because you won't be able to get them in. Just make sure that they're in a little bit. Once you tighten it down, it'll pull it up in there a little bit. 2-inch bolts or screws on the back side worked perfectly. I did have to cut 1/4 of an inch off of the ones on the front, because on the track there's just not enough room. And you don't even have to do 1/4 of an inch. You can see they don't even come all the way through. But it doesn't seem like that much, but even I stacked a couple washers in here to try and take up some of the gap. Still was not enough. So get yourself a bunch of 2-inch, cut off 1/4 of an inch, and you should be good to go. You could put some washers up here. On the back side, there is a little bit of gap here. I think they're designed probably to have just a hairline gap all the way around. This is just how they screw down the best for me, I think, probably depending on the material that you use and like how good your printer is and some of the settings. I don't know, your results may vary, but it is definitely stout. You can see I've still got the other old mount there. It's a little bit, you know, thinner, streamlined, but that was the root of a lot of the problems. We couldn't get any hardware in there. And then we've got these over here, and they still are low profile. They still look awesome up there. And obviously they're way sturdier because they're like twice the thickness, I think. But I cannot wait to get them all in there, and we'll run them for all winter, and I'll probably bring you guys an update in the spring. All right, real quick update video there. Again, thank you so much, Mike, for that. And it says right on the Thingiverse thing, like these are still a trial or whatever. So if you guys have comments or ways that you think they could be improved, there is a comment section on Thingiverse. I'm sure he'd be happy to take those into account. And yeah, we'll just have some awesome products for the 3rd gen 4Runner. But anyway, I have GX parts all across my workbench that I'm looking at right now, that I'm going to be working on, and I have some stuff in the mail coming for the GX, some more cheap DIY stuff I'm excited to bring to you guys. Hang with me, videos might be a little sporadic over the winter. It's just cold and nasty here, and I do not have a heated garage. I just have like a couple space heaters, so I'm doing the best I can. It is pouring down. It's not super cold today, but it is pouring down rain, and it is windy like crazy. You guys probably can't hear it because I got the lav mic on tonight. But if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, turn those notifications on, give the video a thumbs up, check out the links down below over to Thingiverse, over to my Instagram, my Facebook, DIY Mike's Instagram. He's got a 3rd gen 4Runner, obviously. And yeah, if you have any questions, comments, leave those down below. Detailed questions, you want to have an in-depth conversation, technical conversation about stuff, feel free to email me anytime, hawkeyeskunkworks@gmail.com. So until the next video drops, thank you for watching. Take care. Goodbye.